ECSI fans, you want to revolutionize your sports investing habits? Allow me to tell you about WagerWire. WagerWire is an app that helps you become a superior bettor by allowing you to sync all your sports books and track all your bets in one place. See your current action, your betting history, and stats. You could also sign up for sports books and collect bonus offers. Follow them at WagerWire on X, as it's the best account on the platform. Head to App Store or Play Store now and search WagerWire and download the app.
Welcome back, you guys, to Dynamics on the Hardwood as we are getting back to the second half. We're just moments away from the second half starting here. Pacers are up 3 points here on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Yes, you guys do not see my counterpart, CJ, here. Unfortunately, he had to attend to a family emergency. So thoughts and prayers up with him and his family. But you guys, unfortunately, are stuck with me for the rest of the night. But yeah, if you guys have any comments or questions on the NBA or what you guys think of the game and stuff, feel free to post in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on the game. And if you guys have any questions on anything about NBA, anything NBA related as we watch the second half together here. Quick steal by Siakam, missed the layup, but a foul. Like I said, when we look at the first half stats here, Siakam 14 points, 5 steals. I am not hesitating when I say that. I do not stutter when I say that. 5 steals, leading all Pacers in scoring. McConnell did his usual thing off the bench. Obi Toppin, 7.6 rebounds. So as usual, per usual for the Indiana Pacers here, they have they get it. They win by committee. Everyone contributes, and everyone that's been in the game for the Pacers has scored, including Ben Shepherd. We know about Mathrid coming off of that big, massive 27-point outburst in Game 3. Currently, right now, he only has 5 points. When we look at the Oklahoma City side, obviously led by J-Dub with 16 points and 3 rebounds. The big thing with the Oklahoma City Thunder right now is, turnovers have been pretty even on both sides. I think OKC had 9, Indiana had 8 in the first half. So when, there hasn't been a clear advantage on the turnover battle, points off turnovers, as Hartenstein goes short on the floater there, gives it to J-Dub, blocking foul and 1. As some of you guys know, when we started for the first half, my 3 props, Aaron Nesmith over half an assist, that cashed in the first couple of minutes in the first quarter. I had TJ McConnell over 3.5 assists. Currently he stands at 1. Now, granted, he's had about 2 or 3 more passes in this first half that have led to open shots, and guys have just missed shots. Nimhard missed an open corner 3. Halliburton missed a wide open 3. Turner missed an open 3. Toppin missed an open 3. So there's plenty of opportunities for him to rack up the assists, but unfortunately he's missed. Unfortunately, his teammates have missed a few shots here. That's why he is stuck at 1. And then the last one was J-Dub under 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Currently, right now, that's looking dead in the water as he's currently at 23. And as you guys see, we're early in the third here as Nimhard hits the baseline corner jumper there to go up 2. But yeah, a lot of interesting things in this ball game as J-Dub misses there on the front, misses front rim side. A lot of takeaways in this series so far, and some of you guys heard that when I was talking with CJ, when CJ was on the show. People this Indiana Pacers team is completely underrated. The books are underrating them. The nation's underrated them in terms of who they think is going to win this ball game, win this series, and win the NBA championship. And the Pacers, have been underdogs practically the entire playoff run, except the first round series against the Milwaukee Bucks. But you look at the other three series, they played the one seed Cleveland, beat them in 5 games. They played the Knicks. They were all, that series was 50-50 in terms of who was more favored than the other. People thought it was a very even series, but Pacers prevail, and then in this series they're up 2-1, up 3 here early in the third, and been extremely impressed. CJ putting in the chat there. Yeah, like he said, he's on his way to the hospital, unfortunately, with a family emergency. Obviously, CJ, if you're hearing me, our thoughts and prayers are with the family. Hopefully, everyone is okay. But looking at this right now, Pacers are now up 4 early in the still 9 minutes to go in the third. Looking back at some of these plays in the first half, and it was a very chippy, very, very chippy in the first half. We've seen Hartenstein and Obi Toppin go at it a little bit there. We've seen Lou Dort with the little elbow to Halliburton. The game's gotten chippy. We've had double technicals assessed. We've had a flagrant one assessed to Lou Dort as well. So you have a couple of this has been the most chippiest game of all the games so far. This has been the most physical game so far, and I mean a lot's on the line here. OKC will, if OKC prevails tonight, they tie the series up 2-2, and they take back home court advantage with two of the last 3 games at home in Oklahoma City, and but Thunder have to win tonight. If the Thunder lose tonight, they go down 3-1, and you get in one of those precarious holes that you do not want to be in when you're in the NBA Finals. Obviously, only 13 teams in the NBA playoff history have come back from being down 3-1 to win the series. So it's extremely, extremely rare for that to happen. But yeah, I'm like I said, if you guys watched us in the last, we were kind of fiddling with the screen and trying to see what we were going to do. Unfortunately, I would love to, but I cannot put up the stream on the screen here due to copyright stuff. And plus it was very glitchy too. It never was smooth and fluent on the screen during the live stream. But so unfortunately I can't put it up for you because of copyright infringement. I know that kind of takes the wind out of some people's sails here, but it takes the wind out of our sails too, because we would have loved to have done it, but it's unfortunate. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander just hit a shot off the baseline there. He's now up to I think he's up to 16 points now, 14 or 16, 14. He's up to 14 points now. When Shea's on the floor, he's a minus 13 when he's on the floor. So Pacers have outscored the Thunder by 13 points when Shea's on the floor, which is I would never think to see Shea with a negative plus minus next to his name, and we still have a quarter and a half to play here. So very very interesting. But miss there. Siakam's been tearing it up on the glass tonight. He's currently at 6 rebounds, open 3, nothing but nylon, and a quick timeout by OKC as the Pacers are up 7. Also, you guys just heard me touch on playing you guys just heard me touch up on my plays for the game tonight and stuff. Um, if you guys want to, feel free to go down to Deportes Diesel on X. You can follow me on X. I send out daily plays every day. NBA, MLB, WNBA. I send out WNBA plays as well. So yeah, feel free to follow me on X at Deportes Diesel, as it shows down there at the bottom. As it shows down there at the bottom with the ticker. So, but as I continue to look up and down through the stats here, um, the biggest stat that caught me off guard is the Oklahoma City Thunder are 1 of 12 shooting the three ball here in the here in this game so far. 1 of 12 shooting the three, and the Thunder are they play more inside than outside. They're not always they don't always shoot the three. They don't shoot it as much as, obviously no one shoots it as much as Boston does, but they rely a lot on their on the inside game, the pick and roll, getting Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren involved. Shea is a mid-range maestro. I mean, this guy gets to his spots whenever he wants, rises up and hits these shots endlessly. No matter how heavily contested he is, he continuously hits these shots. But the three pointers right now, to me, the 3-point shooting is the difference, because we look at the Pacers. The Pacers have 11 more 3-point attempts, and they've hit 7 more threes. So they're plus 21 on the 3-point advantage. Free throw game is even. Shooting percentages are pretty even, 44-47 in favor of the Pacers. But I'm not surprised the Pacers have a better shooting percentage than the Thunder do, because their effective field goal percentage in these playoffs was almost 60%. It's been these guys continuously hit shots, they hit timely baskets, and we talked about how underrated they are. Their defense is even more underrated than people think it is. And we saw that in game 3, where they continuously hassled Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with a 3-quarter court defense. They just did not give him a chance to go downhill and get going from the backcourt to the front court. And, and you're kind of seeing glimpses of that here tonight in this ball game, with him only having 14 points and being a -16 in the plus minus column. Turnovers, like I said, turnovers are a little bit of the same. 10 for the Pacers, 9 for the Thunder. Pretty even Steven there. The other difference is too is this is where the Pacers defense is catching I think a lot of people off guard. Is Pacers have only allowed 7 assists on the 23 made baskets of the Oklahoma City Thunder. So the Pacers are really doing a good job at denying the ball and making the Oklahoma City Thunder a one-on-one basketball team. They're making them one-on-one. It's almost kind of like, I mean, I can't really say it's a good comparison, but it's kind of like with the Celtics, specifically the 2022 Celtics. They like to go one-on-one ISO ball with Brown and Tatum, and they got nipped in the butt for that. And I know CJ's gonna kill me for saying that, because I always bring that up about the Celtics in 2022, where championship experience rose to the forefront. And you're seeing a little bit of championship experience in this series as well, with Rick Carlisle and Pascal Siakam both winning a title. If you guys heard that in the last live stream we did with the live game reaction for game 3, I did mention that Carlisle won the title as a coach for the Mavericks in 2011. Siakam won a title for the Toronto Raptors in 2019. Steal by Shea and an easy deuce. Trims the lead to 5 here with a little over 6.5 to play in the third quarter. But as I'm watching this, Nimhard, now Nimhard hits a three. Like he's had many open looks in the first half. He had a lot of good looks in the first half and just couldn't make them. Shea coming off the screen. Yep, there's the foul. As expected, Pacers fans do not like that. Um, but Shea is so good at creating contact, and I will agree um, with those who will rebuttal some of my statements about Shea. I will agree. I mean, Shea, the NBA is a huge, like, everyone is learning to manipulate the refs. Like, that's how good the NBA is right now. Like, that's how good these players are. Like, they're like, I like to call them Decepticons. That's probably the best way to put it, because these guys, and we've seen it a lot with Jalen Brunson for the Knicks in the Celtics series. We saw with Jalen Brunson in the series against the Pacers. He's so good at using his body, creating contact. Some of these guys have a flair for the dramatic. Instead of giving out MVPs, they should be giving out Academy Awards and Golden Globes to these players for their acting jobs. And I don't disagree with those statements, because, this is something that CJ kind of touched upon before we ended the first half stream there. Is the NBA whitewashed, in the sense that they gotten really soft? In a sense, yes. Uh, there's many angles you can look at in that scenario there. But and the answer to it is yes. It has gotten washed, in the sense, and we'll touch upon that more down the road when we have more. When where the season's over and we'll have time to talk about other things, especially like things in the off season, as Shea hits another tough mid-range shot, cuts the lead to 4 here. Quickly, all of a sudden, he's got 20. It's crazy how fast this guy fills it up. I mean, it's extremely impressive. Obviously, we know he averaged over 30 points a game, over 5 assists a game in the regular season. Ooh, tough screen there by Ben Shepherd, leads to a moving screen turnover. Caruso, nope, missed the layup, but a foul. He will go to the line here to cut the lead to 2. This is what we like to see, though. Parity in the NBA. 2 small market franchises doing what they do best, and duking it out for an NBA championship. You know, someone not on the show or anything like that did ask me, are both teams deserving to be in the finals? And I absolutely say yes to that. Both teams deserve to be in the NBA finals for sure. Like, uh, you know, you could arguably say, as nope, Caruso with an offensive rebound and a putback. You could easily, as I lose my train of thought here, you could easily say there's parity in the NBA here for sure. With the Indiana Pacers, topping for 3. By the way, kudos to you guys who played the over 13 and a half points of rebounds for Obi Toppin. That just cashed on that 3 ball there. Who was that just missed? Was that J-Dub? I think J-Dub just missed the layup there. Nemhard, no. Toppin again. Oh, man. Back-to-back corner threes for Obi Toppin. The lead goes back to 8. Timeout. I mean, we're talking about 2 complete teams here that are doing a fantastic job getting back to the parity in the NBA. Even though I think a lot of people played the Celtics to win back-to-back championships. It's unfortunate how things ended on their end with Jason Tatum going down with the Achilles injury. One thing I do love about the parity in the NBA right now is, I mean, you have to play the games. It's the same thing with the NCAA tournament, even though, yes, this year's NCAA tournament is a bad example with all 4 1 seeds making to the Final Four, as we touched upon in the first half, stream. Um, but you have to play the games. You have to play the games, and um, a lot of people didn't see the Knicks beat in the Celtics. The Knicks were plus 500 underdogs, to beat the Celtics and advance the Eastern Conference Finals. No one saw that coming. Um, it's just funny how what goes around comes around. The Celtics lost that series in the first 2 games. They should have taken one, if not both of those games. They're up by 20 and both of those games, lose them. You see the same thing with the Knicks. The Knicks were up by 17 in game 1 against the Pacers, find a way to lose that game as well. And it's extremely disappointing to see these teams lose leads, and especially a team like the Knicks. What the Knicks were doing to the Celtics, the Pacers did to the Knicks in the next round. And you give a lot of credit to the Pacers. I mean, the Pacers, one thing that surprised me with the Pacers was we knew that they were going to get smoked in the rebounding. We knew that we were going to get smoked rebounding wise against the Knicks. And they got smoked rebounding wise, but they didn't really get smoked because, they got out rebounded in game 1 by like 8, 9, 10 rebounds. And you look at the offensive rebounding of Mitchell Robinson and Josh Hart. Those 2 guys were tenacious on the glass entirely in that series. And in game 1, the Knicks had 23 second chance points off of their offensive rebounds, whereas the Pacers had a couple of less offensive rebounding, a couple less offensive rebounds, and they had 27 second chance points. So you're seeing it. Obviously, we know what the playoffs. These are matchups. This is all about matchups in the playoffs, and this is where I think Dayton all has messed up, in a sense, because like I will beat a dead horse, people. I'm gonna beat a dead horse on this because putting Casey Wallace in the starting lineup half an hour before game 1 shows that you're trying to customize yourself to the way the Pacers play. So you're trying to play the Pacers game. Advantage, Pacers. We didn't really see it much in the first 3 quarters of game 1 because the Thunder had at least a 10, 12, 15-point lead throughout the majority of the first half and even in the third quarter. And at one point, they're up 15 with 9 minutes to go, 94-79. Everyone remembers that score. And rest is history as Indiana takes game 1. And to me, now you're seeing them go with the double big lineup with Hartenstein, Chet Holmgren, and they're still playing to the Pacers. They're playing to what the Pacers do rather than playing their own style in that physical brand of defense that we're accustomed to seeing. Like, they've given up 80 points, and we're still in the third quarter. Like, that's insanity to me because, by the way, some people are going to be, we'll see what happens here in the last couple of minutes here of the third quarter, the last, quarter plus here. But a lot of people were on Indiana under their team total, which was like 109.5, 110.5, depending on the book you got it at, in the pricing. But here's the stat for you. Pacers, when the Pacers score 108 points or more in these playoffs, they're 14-0. They haven't lost a game compared to when they lose. When they score under 108, when they score 107 points or less, they're 0-5. So something to keep in mind there is the Pacers team total. Me personally, I steered away from it completely because I thought it was I thought it was a trap to play the under because I'm like, what if Indiana's at home? Their bench players, their reserve players are going to play better at home than they're going to play on the road. Halliburton with the drive. Oh, nice scoop finish by Halliburton. Leads back up to 9. 3:30 to play here in the third. Halliburton with 10 and 7. Um, I have to put this up because Pacers are legit. Put some respect on my guys Toppin and Hal. Absolutely, I 100% agree with you on that, CJ. I think that. By the way, if you guys have any comments or questions for CJ, he is down in the chat as well. So don't be afraid to comment or ask any questions about anything about the show. If there's anything that you think we should talk about for the show and stuff. As you guys can tell from the episodes that I've been on, we've there's a lot of topics we've talked about, and we're barely scratching the surface. But if there's a topic you guys would like us to talk about, put it in the chat. Put in the chat. We would love to get you guys feedback on a lot of things. You know, um, so, but yeah, Toppin, Halliburton, you gotta put respect on these guys' names. Absolutely. Like these guys are the real deal. You know, as much as we're trying to give credit to Rick Carlisle, let's give credit to the ownership, the Pacers ownership, as well as the coaching staff and the training staff. These guys, this is a well put together organization, and we're seeing them do this on the biggest stage, being underdogs against um a Thunder team like and CG. OKC looks defeated. 100%, 100% agree with you on that, man. Like they've tried everything. The only thing they haven't tried to do is throw the kitchen sink at these guys, because it's this next, like I said, this next quarter plus is really going to show what OKC is really made of. That's what we're going to see big time in here is what is OKC really made of. You know, now we're seeing them down. This is the second game where they've been down, like, and I give 100% credit to Indiana in game 3. Their defense in the fourth quarter, man. They outscored them, what was it, 32-18 in the fourth quarter. They just, I mean, that defense looks so good. Um, and it led to offense on the other side. As I'm watching the game here, sorry if I stop if I stop mid sentence here, trying to see what happens as the play goes along. J Dub, oh, blocked by Toppin, and guess what? Shot clock violation. We're going the other way. Excellent defense by Toppin, as J Dub tried to put the moves on him, but let's be real. Oh yeah, absolutely, CJ. Like the defense by him was phenomenal. Siakam, great pass. Toppin, look out. Get the women and children out of the way. 10-point lead for the Pacers, which is the largest lead of the series for them here. And a backcourt violation. This is getting ugly for the Thunder. This is getting really ugly for the Thunder. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He clearly crossed over the line and then spun around and back the other way. Mm-mm-mm. Once again, the turnover battle's been pretty even here in the first. McConnell. Oh, missed an easy Toppin. Oh, my gosh, dude. There's literally nothing that the Oklahoma City Thunder can do right now that's going to get them out of this. You know, we saw them go down early. J-Dub kept them in the ball game. Him and Caruso kept them in the ball game. In that first quarter, that's where they were only down 2 points at the end of the first quarter because J-Dub and them showed up. Casey Wallace bear hugging Obi Toppin there. Can't do that, people. Toppin 15 points, and he's going to continue to add to it at the free throw line here. As I say that, classic jinx. You guys know how that goes. We're a classic jinx here. Shea, nope. Mathurin with the rebound. McConnell, Nimhard. Nope. Rebound Hartenstein. Yeah, this game's about 1 or 2 possessions away from really getting ugly. Because I just can't see the Oklahoma City Thunder. Like, everyone's talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder, or the Pacers trying to keep up with the Oklahoma City Thunder. This whole series has been the complete other way around. It's been the Thunder trying to keep up with the Pacers. Siakam. That was ugly. Man, J-Dub will go back to the line, but yeah, there's like a little sign of desperation here by the Oklahoma City Thunder. It has that feeling of it. Nimhard, like CJ said, Nimhard, and I'll put Ben Shepherd in there. I'll put Neesmith. Defensively, this wasn't the best defensive team going into the NBA Finals, and even into the playoffs. This team was dead last in some categories out of the playoff teams. On the defensive end, defensive rating, points allowed, like there's a lot of things that they were not good at, and we're watching them go up against the Thunder team. And this is where I have to point out CJ in a sense, because CJ said that, and I think a lot of people have some legitimacy to this. Is him as Siakam got fouled. Are the Thunder have the Thunder? Are the Thunder too young? Are they plateaued? I mean, their youth and inexperience shows. The youth and inexperience has showed in this series that, not saying they couldn't win a title, they're not the better, people, I think from a talent standpoint, OKC in a sense has better talent, but at the same time, though, it's not about who is the better talented team. It's who's got the best camaraderie, who's the most, who's got the best chemistry, who's the more together team, who's the healthier team. And right now we're seeing that with the Pacers. And, we still got a quarter to play. There's still a lot to happen here in the fourth quarter. Who's that? Oh, they just put Isaiah Joe in. But last possession here, the third quarter. We'll see what happens. J-Dub putting some moves on. Oh, man, J-Dub. That is a tough shot. Yeah. So Pacers up 7 at the end of the third quarter here. Yeah, I mean, what else can I say here other than the fact that Pacers are 1 quarter away from really putting a stranglehold on people in this series. But real quick, while it's on commercial break here, we're going to have a quick break with one of our sponsors here. If I can find the right one from Viva Tequila Seltzer. So we'll be right back shortly.
Jared, hey, we're gonna need you to tone it down with the Summer Friday thing, okay?
What are you talking about?
Well, for one, it's not summer anymore.
Oh, really?
Coconut. Also, who is this?
I'm the caddy.
Oh, he's my intern.
Sorry, intern. I'm his intern.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
No golfing in the office, okay? Summer Fridays are over. You can keep the Hawaiian shirt, but the rest of this stuff, all right? Are you grilling?
Oh, yeah. Did you want a burger or a hot dog?
No, grilling in the office.
It's a good point. We should take this outside.
No, that don't. You put that right back down.
Yo, it's all in the hips.
Oh, dude, come on, we gotta go. Let's go.
And that was our sponsor there, Viva Tequila Seltzers. Go check them out. CJ swears by a couple of the flavors. I think it's elderberry was one, watermelon, and I believe lemon were the three flavors he swears by. So go check them out, Viva Tequila Seltzers. Yeah, getting back to what we've been seeing here. If you guys want a quick update on some of the plays here, right now, J-Dub is at 30 PRA, and we need him under 33 and a half. Not looking bleak, but still live. TJ McConnell's under. We need him over 3.5 assists. He's currently sitting at 1 right now. So, not the greatest, not the greatest 3 picks by me. But we've cashed one with Aaron Neesmith over 1 assist, but with over half an assist. But I'm just seeing if there's anything else. Yeah, here's another example. Yeah, Shea's still stuck at 20 points right now. Caruso with 17 off the bench. But what really stinks to see is Hartenstein. Hartenstein, no points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists in 18 minutes. Not happy to see that. Same thing with Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren is 2 of 7 from the field, 8 points, 9 rebounds. This is wow. And outside of Caruso, no one else on the bench has really stepped up and hit shots. I mean, Kenrich Williams has hit a couple, but OKC's going to need to dig deep here in order for them to win this series as the fourth quarter starts. Shot clock winding down. Caruso, nice shot by Caruso. Kind of a bailout shot for Caruso to be shooting a fadeaway baseline. But 19 points for Caruso, 7 of 9 from the field. Of course, the game that I don't play him is the game, I don't play his point prop is the game he goes nuts. Neesmith misses the 3 there. All right, Holmgren with the rebound coming back. Nice job by McConnell poking the ball away. Steal by McConnell, Toppin. There's 1 assist for TJ McConnell there. We need so that puts him at 2 assists. We need a couple more from him to cash that one, but Um, yeah, I'm curious to see what OKC is going to do here. If they're going to, nope, missed an easy one, off to the races. McConnell, Neesmith pull up three. Nope, miss. Nope, foul on the floor. Man, I'll give Siakam some credit here, man. He's really been all over the glass tonight. 8 rebounds, 20 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals, and a block for Siakam. I mean, Pacers win this series. I'm looking at Siakam for Finals MVP. I mean, like nothing that like I love Tyrese Halliburton, but Siakam has been so good in this series. He's plus 21 when he's on the floor. Plus minus is plus 21. Like very good. Siakam 3. Man, I'm telling you, TJ McConnell has found guys wide open for 3 over and over and over again in this game, and guys haven't hit shots. You know, like I said earlier, OKC now is still 2 of 14 from the 3. Like they're only shooting 14% from 3, and we look at the Pacers, 11 of 31. So there's still a plus 27 on the 3-point advantage there. Foul on Neesmith there. I mean, you can't hug the guy either, but looking like, yeah, I might have gathered there. Yeah, they're giving him 2 free throws. So, as Holmgren hits the first, we talked about the clear advantages in this series, and I mean, coaching advantage goes to Carlisle for sure. But I can't. I hope everyone's enjoying these NBA finals. I really do hope that, for sure. I really do hope everyone's enjoying these NBA finals because it's been a fun series to watch. You always gotta root for an underdog. That's where I'm at with that. You always can root for an underdog. As the Thunder steal the ball here, down 5, a little over 9.5 to play here in the Shea for 3. Nope. Chet Holmgren offensive rebound, lead back down to 3, and a quick timeout by the Pacers. So, still live. Still very live in this game for the Oklahoma City Thunder. But this is what we would have expected out of Holmgren, to be tenacious like this on the glass. But I mean, he does have 11 rebounds, but I expected more out of Holmgren. He hasn't been, what's the word I'm looking for? I just haven't seen enough from Holmgren to be like, he's clearly the X factor in this series. The guy who's been the X factor in this series, in my personal opinion, is definitely, I mean, you can look to a number of guys for the Pacers, but to me, the X factor so far in this series for me has been Obi Toppin. I mean, I can't, like, he's been so good in this series so far. I mean, you could point to TJ McConnell too. Absolutely agree with that one. I mean, you look at the bench, who has the advantage on the bench, and I give it to the Pacers. Pacers have more experience off the bench. Pacers get more consistency off the bench. The only time you really see guys like Isaiah Joe, Wiggins, and Casey Wallace, all good players. Like, no doubt in my mind about that, they're all good players. But the issue I have with those 3 guys is yes, they're on the young side, but also, when do you guys see those guys most? You see those guys most in blowout situations, and that's what has happened a lot with the Oklahoma City Thunder. And you see those guys play a lot more Another guy I have been surprised that they haven't played in this series is Jalen Williams, not J-Dub, Jalen Williams. Um, I'm surprised they haven't seen if he could be a factor or be a spark off the bench, big man wise, because that's something that this outside of Caruso, the rest of the bench has really lacked energy. Whereas Matherin, Toppin, McConnell, those guys have been nonstop energy in this series. And to me, I think the difference has been the bench. I mean, starting five, you could wash things away starting five wise between Shea and Jalen. But the problem I have is I haven't seen enough consistency out of this Oklahoma City starting five to be like, okay, this team is the team that won 68 games. Like, this team was so dominant in the regular season. And I think people are worried if they plateaued in the regular season and they've hit a bump in the road or they've hit a wall here. And I think they have. I mean, the Pacers clearly are showing that the Pacers, to me, have flexed their superiority way more in this series than the Oklahoma City Thunder. And that's something that I definitely was not expecting. Like a lot of people, I think a lot of people who are tuning into this, I will say this. I mean, wasn't on my bingo card. It probably wasn't on many people's bingo card that Indiana would do this. And the key thing for me in this series was Indiana having, at some point in time, Indiana is going to have to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder in back-to-back games, which is something Oklahoma City is so good at doing all year long. They're 18-2 off a loss. Turner 3, no. Rebound, Kenrich Williams, but a foul. Oh, dude, man. Like those are the fouls you can't give up in this series. And oh my gosh, he like you can't box out that way, Shea. Like Shea face guarded on the box out against Ben Shepherd, and Ben Shepherd drew the foul. Like you can't do that. And like those are the the boneheaded plays we're seeing. Neesmith pull up, no. Caruso with the rebound. Caruso, Dort, and I'm saying all these things about OKC, and they have a chance to tie the ball game. Like that's crazy to me that they're only down 3 here. Shea, nope, near turnover. Still got 7 seconds left on the clock. Shea 3, no. Holmgren put back jam, and it's a 1-point game. 14-12 for Chet Holmgren. 8.5 to play here in the fourth. Yeah, no. Nice steal by Caruso, going the other way. Wow, I mean, this Oklahoma City defense is really. Oh, nice pass, foul. Caruso will go to the line. I mean, 8-2 run by the Oklahoma City Thunder to start this fourth quarter. They've only allowed 2 points here in the fourth. Holmgren, and also I say something about Holmgren, back-to-back putbacks here in the fourth quarter, and that's something that, once again, commentator curse. You're welcome to those. Caruso hits the first, officially a tie game. Nimhard comes back in for Shepard. Nope, missed the second. Rebound, Nimhard. And also the free throw battle has also been pretty even Steven as well. 23 free throws. Free throw attempts for the Pacers, 28 for the Thunder. So it's been pretty even on both of those ends. Oh man, Halliburton. What a layup. Holmgren. No. Shea. Foul. Reach in. Those are the small things you can't do with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. You put your hand in the cookie jar, you will get called for the foul. Shea is so good at baiting. To me, he's not a good at bait. I mean, that's clear reach. Like it's he didn't bait the foul there. Unlike a certain someone, Jalen Brunson. Uh, J Dub. Oh man, nice move by J Dub. 25, 5, and 2 for J Dub. Foul on the floor. Or is it a kickball? Hmm. And Chet Holmgren goes down again, holding that knee ankle area. He rolled his ankle. For those who don't know, he rolled his ankle early in the game, like in the first 2 minutes and change of the game. He rolled his ankle early. But he's stayed in the game. He's toughened it out and stayed in the ball game. You like that grittiness of a player to get hurt. Oh, Nemhard. Pull step back J by Nemhard there. J Dub. No. Good defense by who's that? Nemhard defending Hartenstein down there? Yeah. Good defense by Nemhard to break up the pass. Yeah, turnovers, points off turnovers. It's been pretty much even, Steven. Thunder have a 24-18 advantage on points off of turnovers. So it's a small advantage, but to me, all it takes is a couple turnovers on the Thunder side, and that number will flip. I think it's been pretty much even this whole game. Turnovers have been even. 14 for OKC, 15 for the Pacers. So I get this ball in. There you go. Shot clock down under 10 here. Nimhard. Nope. Offensive rebound by Turner and a foul on the rebound. And this is the thing I was talking about earlier is they're playing to Indiana's pace. They're playing to Indiana's style of play. The one big man with Turner. That's why you saw them. That's why you saw Dayton put Case and Wallace in the starting lineup last minute in game 1, and he stuck with that for game 2 and game 3. We knew in game 2 we knew in game 2 OKC was gonna have a response after losing the way that they lost in game 1. Holmgren getting ready to run. Holmgren running back into the game here, taking out Case and Wallace, which is, to be personally honest, long overdue. Oh yeah, I absolutely agree with you here, CJ. I think uh, between that ankle's hurting, man. When we saw him do that early, roll that ankle early. A couple free throws here puts them back up by 5 with. Why are we, dude? Can't foul, Turner. Come on, man. It's a foul you shouldn't be giving up. So that, yeah. So any fouls from this point forward are going to be in the bonus. Um, um. So for some of y'all who are just tuning in, who have just joined the show in the last 5-10 minutes or so, yeah, no, unfortunately, CJ's not on the show with me right now. He had to tend to a family emergency. So keep CJ and the family in your prayers. Hopefully everything is okay. Yeah, that's why you don't see CJ here with me. But getting back to the game here, oh, nice pass. Oh, Chet Holmgren finds a way to keep. Oh, is that Holmgren? No, that was Hartenstein. Hartenstein kept up with the ball there, puts the ball in. By the way, that's Hartenstein's first bucket of the game. Neesmith, Halliburton, and we're getting to the clutch time of the game. This is something that we talked about, that we saw in this series, that we saw in throughout these playoffs for the Pacers. Pacers in the playoffs are 9-1, 9 wins, 1 loss in clutch game situations. J-Dub again. I think that's J-Dub. Yeah, J-Dub. Oh, man. Halliburton high off the glass there. Yeah, we're in a clutch game here. This is going to be extremely fun to watch here. This will be extremely fun to watch here in the last 4+ minutes. J-Dub miss. Yep. Thunder tie it back up. Shea off the loose ball, picks it up, lays it in. Shea doesn't have a single assist in this ball game, too. That's the other thing, too, is they've just said, okay, you're a scorer. You're not going to be a passer tonight. We're not going to let you get others involved. And this is what's been really good about this Pacers defense, is they've taken away what Shea does best, what J-Dub does best. Like, J-Dub averages around 4.5 to 5 assists a game. He's only got 2. Hartenstein's only got 2. Like, I'm looking down the list here. I'm looking down this. The Pacers have only allowed 8 assists. Like, the Thunder only have 8 assists on 35 made baskets. That is incredible defense to force OKC to not just play one-on-one basketball, but but to deny the passes, to be able to have those hands up in the passing lanes, something that we're accustomed to seeing the Thunder do in these NBA playoffs. That's something that the Thunder have done all season long, is deny the pass, and have really made teams extremely uncomfortable. Their ball denial, their ball pressure, and we're seeing the Pacers do it. We're not seeing the Oklahoma City Thunder do it, and that's something that, yeah, not on my bingo card. Did not see that happening. But yeah, this is Halliburton 15-7. But I will admit, these next 4 minutes and 19 seconds are going to be extremely fun to watch. These next 4 minutes and 19 seconds are going to be great to watch. SGA turned the ball over. We'll see what Halliburton does here. Oh my goodness. Nope. Good defense. Oh my goodness, Jay. Like, Dort just got out hustled to the loose ball there. The ball got tipped and blocked by Shea, and Neesmith, who was about 3 feet behind Lou Dort, beat Lou Dort to the ball, and they called the foul on Lou Dort. Like, that can't happen. Those little things can't happen, and that's something we saw a lot of in Game 1 with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their ball pressure was great. Lou Dort was a menace on the offensive glass in the first half. He had like 3, 4, 5 3, 4 offensive rebounds in that game. How you gonna be a point guard and not have a single assist? I absolutely agree with you on that, bro. Like, to not have a single assist in this ball game is mind blowing to me, because a lot of people played Shea Gilgeous-Alexander to go over his 6.5 assists as he normally does, but the Pacers have played this game a lot differently. The Pacers have done a phenomenal job against us. The only guy, like, at a starting five, the only guy on the plus minus is Chet Holmgren. He's +7 when he's on the floor. It's 14 points, 12 rebounds. Like, I think what we're going to see in Game 5, I really do think we're going to see Cason Wallace back into the starting lineup, because the double big lineup has not worked in this game. It just hasn't. I mean, Hartenstein's only played 21 minutes, but that's pretty normal. We've seen that happen quite a few times in these playoffs, where Hartenstein will have 27, 28 minutes, and then all of a sudden he dips down to 20 minutes, 21 minutes. Completely, I really do think Mark Dayton is in his head. He really is inside his head. I also agree, CJ, on this one. They are definitely way too young, for sure. I think they're extremely young. Not saying they can't win a title now. I think they can win a title, but the problem I have with this Thunder team is that people, I think everyone tossed in the towel when they saw the matchup. Not everyone. I'm saying a number of people who are analytical like myself, that look at the data, that look at the numbers. We thought that the Thunder would win. People have the Thunder in 5. Newsflash for you: Thunder are gonna have to win this series in 6 or 7 games now. Like it's looking like this. Like, if it goes anywhere, it's gonna go to Game 7. Like, that's the only way the Thunder are gonna win this series. Yes, there's still plenty of time in this ball game. There's 3:52 left. Thunder are still live in this game to try and tie this series up, going back to OKC for Game 5 and make this a best of 3 series. But I'm really struggling with the fact that, can they win a game in the clutch? That's the big one for me. Pacers have done it. They've proven it. Haven't seen it yet with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Just haven't seen it yet. Shea only having 22 points and 4 rebounds. He does have 3 steals. I'll give him having a knack for the ball in the defensive end, having his hands up. But we got 21 assists for the Pacers, 8 assists for the Thunder. One thing I did notice, especially in Game 1 and Game 2, a lot of the turnovers by the Pacers were dead ball turnovers. And dead ball turnovers are a good thing, especially against a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder, because you could set up your defense on a dead ball turnover. Live ball turnovers, that's where the Thunder get you. That's where they're running and gunning, and the lead goes from, it's an 8-point game, still in the mix. In a couple minutes time, it'll go from 8 to 25. Like, that's how fast they get going. And they really rely on their defense and their ball pressure to create turnovers, live ball turnovers, to be able to Oh man, Shea. I hope you guys are watching what I'm watching here. Like Shea. Mm, this game is so touchy now. The NBA is so touchy now. Like you can breathe on someone, and it's a flagrant. You like that's what the NBA is right now. And um, obviously, it states to see that they're not going to be able to get back to the level of physicality that we once saw 20, 30 years ago. But to have a glimmer and a glimpse of it in the NBA playoffs um, is enough for me, even though I would like to see it more in the regular season. But it's not going to happen in the regular season. They're looking at offense, offense, offense. Halliburton. Oh man, leads back up to 4, 3:15 to go here in the fourth. 18 for Halliburton. He scored 8 in the quarter. J-Dub. Nope. Shea for 3. Yes. Oh, man. Back down to a 1-point game. Under 3 to go. 103, 102. Wow. Only the third three-pointer of the game for the Oklahoma City Thunder here. Nimar, nope. Blocked. Going the other way. Man, I can't believe the Thunder have a chance to really win this game. It has not felt like they've come close to being at all within 1 point. Shea, oh, he hit it on the baseline. Thunder take a 1-point lead. Timeout. It's their first lead since the first half. Late in the first half. Um, wow. Shea with a couple of clutch buckets here late. Ooh, was that an extra step? I don't know, man. That almost looked like an extra step there for me. But yeah, to think the Thunder have a 1-point lead right now uh with 2:21 remaining here in the fourth is beyond me. Like I don't know how in the world this team has found a way to be up by 1. Now, I will say this, they have outscored the Pacers 24-16 here in the fourth quarter. I mean, I gotta look beyond what we're seeing here. Um, in terms of, I mean, 3 of 17 from 3. Um, but yeah, the Thunder defense has kind of stepped up to the occasion here in the fourth quarter. Um, so we'll see what happens here. Um, as we're really in the clutch time right now, and I got to see the replay here. If he took an extra step, 1, 2. Wow, yeah, it's 2. I'll give him that. It's 2 steps. Oh, turnover. Lou Dort with the steal. Wow. Yeah, Lou Dort's gonna go to the line after being fouled. Um, yeah, there's the Lou Dort we know. Let's miss the first free throw. Um, All right, under 2 minutes to go here. Pacers with the ball down two. Halliburton. Oh man, step back. Oh, air ball. Not good. Thunder with the ball. Talk about Thunder with a gutsy fourth quarter here, down by as much as 7 in the fourth quarter. J Dub pull up? No. Rebound Halliburton. Turner. Nimhard pull up? No. J Dub rebound. Under a minute to go here. Down up 2. Oh my, they called a foul. Wow. It's a big call. It's a big call right there. We potentially could see the challenge here. Um, ooh, he did hit him on the wrist though. CJ, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. That he did hit him on the wrist. And I'm not gonna sit here and like you're saying the refs gave this game to OKC in the last minute. I think the Oklahoma City Thunder defense has really stepped up here. They've allowed only 16 points in the fourth quarter. Um, we look at game 1. OKC was outscored by 10 in game 1 in the fourth quarter. We look at game 3. OKC was outscored by 14. We look here in game 4. OKC has outscored the Pacers by 11 in the fourth quarter. So, you got to give credit to the Oklahoma City defense here. He's got Turner for 3. No, miss. Loose ball foul on Holmgren. Wow. So that's going to be free throws for Mathurin there. Man, I'll give Holmgren some okay, CJ, let me explain this to you because I said this to you after after the double technicals there for Toppin and Hartenstein. I told you that was going to happen. Games were going to get ticky-tacky in a sense. But you can't clearly give the complete advantage to the Oklahoma City Thunder when we have 34 free throw attempts for Oklahoma City, and we have 31 for the Pacers. Like, I'm not going to say, like, you can't completely blame the refs in this situation. And as I'm saying that, Mathurin's at the free throw line, shooting attempts here, and he missed it. Oh, my God, dude. Like, massive misses by Mathurin here. He missed both free throws. OKC is clearly in the driver's seat here. It's only been the last few minutes. I mean, yeah, I'll give you that. The ticky-tack calls have happened in the last few minutes. Some of them are clear and obvious fouls. Like, Holmgren's down for a loose ball with Benedict Mathurin. They called a foul on Holmgren. Like, you have that one. You have Nesmith hitting him on the wrist there. Yeah, there's a few calls that could they have called him? Yeah. Should they have called him? We could say hit and miss on that answer. I'll give the refs overall, I give them a B grade on the game tonight. There's some calls they shouldn't have called, but like we said, CJ, when like I said to you earlier, when they call that double T, you knew that was going to happen. That they were going to tighten up the calls because the game got chippy. You had the elbow by Dort to Halliburton. I'm glad that there's a little bit of physicality. I'm glad that there's a little chippiness in these NBA finals because we haven't really seen it yet so far. I mean, the 2 points on the, I'm telling you, uh, the reason why I'm not saying it wasn't a travel. I'm not saying the the 2 point baseline shot there by Shea isn't a travel, but because he didn't fully gather the ball before he took those 2 steps, it's not a travel. That's why they didn't call it. So yeah, that's a tough one. I agree with you. I agree with you, CJ, that the 2 points off the travel is a tough one. Like, I mean, this is a completely different scenario if they called a travel. And I think Rick Carlisle just got teed up. Maybe. Yeah, he just got teed up because he had some words to say there for the ref. That's probably gonna well, I'm not gonna say this game's over because um I'm not gonna say this game's over. This game is, we've seen Indiana come from 7 down with under 40 seconds with 45 seconds remaining to to win a ball game. And so I'm not gonna say that this game's over. It's not over until we see zeros on the clock. And that's why right there. Ooh, man, J-Dub. Jeez. J-Dub went down hard. But like I said, this game is not over, guys. This game is not over. Down 5 with 22 seconds left, and right off the no sooner I say something, tip off the inbounds pass. Mathurin at the line. Oh my God, dude! Like, he's missed 3 straight free throws. Benedict Mathurin. Like, that cannot happen. That cannot happen in the NBA Finals. You can't miss 3 free throws like that in the NBA Finals. Man, J-Dub went down hard. Mm. Mm. Another tough call. I got to see the replay on it after the free throw. Oh, come on, Mathurin. I'm sorry, you can't complain to the refs. He turned around, you just didn't see him. Oh, yeah, absolutely, CJ. He doesn't miss free throws here. It's a 2-point game with 19 seconds to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's that's tough to miss your free throws down the stretch like that in a game where there's clearly the game is still live. And oops, near steal. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, they play this full court, 3/4 court ball pressure. The Oklahoma City Thunder do not like being sped up. They do not like it. And I'm telling you, the Pacers have played that, and they've played it to perfection, and it's worked beautifully. Got a foul. Got a foul, dude. Man, too much time went off the clock. Way too much time went off the clock. Shea will go back to the line here. somehow, some way, Shea has 35. Like, don't ask me how Shea has 35 points. Don't ask me whatsoever, because like I don't know. This guy had what, 4 points at the end of the first quarter, and he finished with 35. But this is why he's the MVP, man. And talk about willing your team to a victory here, a huge game 4 victory on the road, and you make it a best of 3 series. Um, you make this a best of 3 series going back to Oklahoma City. Yeah, it's the ball game, guys. 111-104 is your final. Massive, massive win by the Oklahoma City Thunder. Plus 14 for the Oklahoma City Thunder in the fourth quarter, outscoring the Pacers 31-17. Somehow, some way, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at one point in time in this game was minus 16 in the plus minus. He finished at 0. Like, but you give credit to the Oklahoma City Thunder's defense here in the fourth quarter. They shut down the Pacers offense. I agree with you, CJ. There's some questionable calls there. But to be down by 4 with 20 something seconds left, and Mathurin missed 3 out of 4 free throws. Can't do that, man. Can't miss your free throws down the stretch where you see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and J-Dub and them making their free throws. You know, to think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doubled the Pacers' clutch time points. He had 14 clutch time points here in the fourth quarter compared to the 7 for the Pacers. Yes, defense. But, I mean, yes, a lot of those points were at the free throw line. He has, like, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 10 free throw attempts tonight, and most of those free throw attempts were late in the ball game. I think he had at least 6 in the last 2 or 3 minutes of this ball game. But you give credit to the Oklahoma City Thunder, gutsy victory, gutsy clutch victory here in game 4. Something that I wish didn't happen, but me, I want to see overtime. I'm sorry. I just want 5 more minutes because this series has been so good. And for me, I think this is going to come down to a game 5. 100%. It's going to, it's going to come down to game 5. Who wins game 5? Everyone talks about pivotal game 3 when in a 1-1 series tie, whoever wins game 3 wins the series. What is it? 80 something percent of the time there. But kudos to the Thunder. I think this is going to go 7, just from what we've seen. I have Thunder in 6, but this series could easily go to 7 games. The more games this goes, I think the better this is for the NBA fans. I think this is great for the NBA to have these 2 small market teams. Yes, repeating myself again on 2 small market teams, because I think small market teams, to me, are the backbone of America. The big market, it's easy to look at the big market clubs. That's where your money makers are revenue-wise. But these NBA franchises that are in Indiana, OKC, Milwaukee, Charlotte, you know what I'm saying? Like those small markets is what's good for the NBA. It's not always just about making dollar signs and the money. It's more about parity in the NBA, and you're seeing it here in these NBA finals. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate all you guys joining. I flew solo for the first few minutes. Then CJ joined. Then CJ ended up leaving again, for unfortunate reasons. Like I said, CJ, we're continuously praying for what's going on with your family right now. We hope all is going well. And things are, we continue to keep the positive vibes here. But once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said earlier, you guys can follow me on Deportes Diesel on X at Deportes Diesel, or you can follow me on Instagram at Denzel in distress, all lowercase as it shows on the bottom there. Same thing with CJ. You can follow him at official.livezone and real live zone as well as following him and seeing him as well on all the East Coast Sports Investors socials as well. But once again, you guys, thank you guys so much for your time and joining us in this live stream. Looking extremely forward to Game 5 on Monday night. It's gonna be a great Game 5. Thanks again, and as always, stay tuned, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.